Welcome to Pixar Movie Reviews. I'm Josiah Milky. Let's get to it. Similar to 2015, 2017 had two Pixar movies. The first, released in the summer, was Cars 3, which got mixed to positive reviews, but was much better than Cars 2 in terms of critics. Unfortunately, Cars 3 made the least amount of money of the Cars films at the box office. Pixar's other film for 2017 was their 19th feature film overall, Coco. Coco is the Dia de los Muertos movie from Pixar. Dia de los Muertos is the 3-day Mexican holiday celebration that happens from Halloween to November 2nd. Coco was released to theaters Thanksgiving 2017 and is directed by Lee Unkrich and produced by Darla Anderson, the director and producer of Toy Story 3, with Toy Story 3 story artist Adrian Molina making his co-directing debut on the film. Coco was a box office success, bringing in about $800 million worldwide, and getting extremely positive critical reviews. It also went on to win 2 Academy Awards, Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song for Remember Me, which, in my opinion, with Best Original Song, they chose correctly. Coco was a Pixar film that I was a little wary about seeing. In fact, the only reason I went to see it with my sister was because it was opening weekend and the Christmas featurette, Ola's Frozen Adventure, was playing with Coco for a limited time in theaters, so I wanted to make sure that Jordan and I saw it while Ola's Frozen Adventure was still playing. The Christmas special was great. I still don't understand why others don't like it, but the movie was also pretty good. It's not one of my favorites, but I do think it's very enjoyable. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to, so let's talk about Coco. The story takes place around Mexico, where Miguel, a 12-year-old boy, has grown up in a family of shoemakers. Miguel wants to play music like his idol, Ernesto de la Cruz, but his family forbids music because his great-great-grandfather left the family to pursue music and never came back. Every year on Dia de los Muertos, they put up an ofrenda to honor their deceased relatives. The head of Miguel's great-great-grandfather has been ripped off a picture of Miguel's great-grandmother, Coco, the titular character, when she was a little girl, and her parents. Unfortunately, because the head is ripped off, Miguel's great-great-grandfather can't pass over from the spirit world to the real world with everybody else. But when Miguel gets mad at his family for not allowing music, he decides to steal or borrow his great-great-grandfather's guitar, thinking his great-great-grandfather is Ernesto after taking out the picture with the head ripped off and seeing from the folded-in part that he's got a guitar like Ernesto's. However, taking the guitar, and more importantly the picture, causes Miguel to get sent to the spirit world. There he needs his family's blessing in order to get back to the spirit world before he turns into a skeletal figure forever. But to do that, he needs his family's blessing, and since his deceased family doesn't like music any more than his living relatives, Miguel decides to go and find Ernesto, teaming up with the charming trickster Hector and a street dog who's a friend of Miguel's named Dante, in an attempt to find Ernesto and get back home before sunrise, when Dia de los Muertos will be over. As usual with Pixar movies, the animation is what really strikes me about this, or one of the things. How they did the spirit world with the orange petals that make the bridge from the spirit world to the real world, and all the different buildings and stuff. As usual, Pixar's animation really shines through. It's also got a decently good voice cast, though they're a little lighter on the celebrities this time. The two big ones are Gael Garcia Bernal as Hector, and Benjamin Bratt as Ernesto de la Cruz. For the most part, many of these actors are from Spanish cultures. In fact, some of these actors have even done voices on the Disney Channel series Elena of Avalor, which is fitting because Elena has also celebrated Dia de los Muertos. Actually, the only main actors in the film that have done main character voices for other Pixar films are Cheech Marin and of course John Ratzenberger. I'll just leave it to you to find their characters. Cheech was previously the voice of Ramon in the Cars movies, and of course John Ratzenberger has been in all the Pixar films, going all the way back to the beginning with Toy Story when he voiced Ham the Piggy Bank. After directing and producing a sequel with Toy Story 3, actually, Darla Anderson had produced original Pixar films before this, like A Bug's Life and Cars. But after directing and producing a sequel together with Toy Story 3, Lee Unkrich and Darla Anderson, I think, did a great job with Coco. It is really too sad that this was the last Pixar movie Darla worked on, even after it won its Oscars, as Darla left to pursue other careers. And it looks like Toy Story 4, where Lee was an executive producer, might be his last Pixar movie for a while, as he left Pixar to pursue other career opportunities and to spend time with his family. Which, I totally get it. Family's important to me, too. Also, this could be considered Pixar's first musical. Occasionally, they've had the characters sing, like when Wheezy sings You've Got a Friend in Me at the end of Toy Story 2, or when Mike and Sully have their Academy Award-winning end credits song, If I Didn't Have You, in Monsters Incorporated. But in this case, they actually have the characters sing. Pixar usually prides themselves on never doing musicals, like Walt Disney Animation Studios, but in this case, there are a lot of Ernesto de la Cruz songs, well, with him being a musician, and there's a fair number of moments where Miguel gets to sing, too. Occasionally, some of the other characters sing, but it's largely Miguel and Ernesto. The music by Michael Giacchino is once again fantastic, and the songs, most of them are by Adrian Molina, the co-director, and a woman named Jermaine Franco, save for the Oscar winner Remember Me, which is by the Lopez's, who also did the music for the Frozen stuff. Remember Me rightfully deserved to win its Oscar, and it's only Pixar's third song to win an Oscar, and the first non-Randy Newman song to win an Oscar. Because his Oscars were for If I Didn't Have You from Monsters, Inc., and We Belong Together from Toy Story 3. So all that is good. The animation, the music, and to a certain extent the voice acting. Really, it was just the Dia de los Muertos thing I had a problem with. I was okay watching Dia de los Muertos on Elena of Avalor, because that's a TV show. Currently, Elena has had 4 Dia de los Muertos episodes. One of them just premiered earlier this month. I'm doing this in October 2019, with Elena having just started its 3rd season. While Dia de los Muertos is fine in Elena, I was wary going into Coco seeing it, since it's a celebration of those that have died, which is something my dad was wary of about me and Jordan going to see it. But it does have a good message about family, and that it's good to remember those who have passed on. That's the good part of Dia de los Muertos, is remembering your family that has passed on, and that if you remember them, they can still be with you. So while it's not the worst Pixar movie I've ever seen, I don't think it's the best one either. Currently, I have Coco in the bottom half of Pixar movies. I currently have it as my 6th least favorite Pixar movie at number 16. It's between A Bug's Life at 15 and Up at 17. So that's my thoughts on Coco. I personally think Cars 3 is the better Pixar film of 2017, but everyone has their opinions, so let me know what you think of Coco. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Where are you at on it? Do you think it deserved its Oscars? And thanks so much. I hope you're enjoying these reviews. We're almost done. I'm Josiah Milky. Thanks for watching.